One of the biggest things that could ever happen to the amazing Battlegrounds community was around Rampage's release and how it was supposed to be that big game, you know? A game that brought everybody together due to its design being based off of multiple Battleground games. On release, it saw a lot of criticism, most of them being bugs and glitches, but some of them criticizing the overall game design and how it's not that good the more you look into it, which after playing the game for a bit, I agree, okay? I agree, I'm not gonna lie. But instead of saying this on release, I wanted to give the game a bit of time so it can improve in the future. So today, we're gonna answer the big question, is Rampage actually good? So of course, before we begin our dissection on this game, we gotta know what we're even going over, cause like, oh yeah. We gotta look at one, the gameplay, so the base combat and unique mechanics, the characters, how they work, how fun they are, and character variety, the quality, so the effects, destruction physics, and just overall seeing if the game gives you a dopamine rush, and lastly, our final conclusion to see if this game is peak or absolute dog shit. So let's begin with our appetizer, the gameplay. The base gameplay for Rampage is basically ripped straight out of Key Battlegrounds, which is also a direct copy of the strongest Battlegrounds. Oh boy. Now you would think that this game's combat is smooth, right? Since those two games have pretty smooth and high quality base gameplay. But honestly, it doesn't flow buttery smooth like these games. It flows like an 808 getting straight teeth. There's like a huge problem with the M1s feeling like they don't stun at all. Like, I don't know, there's just something about the M1s where they don't feel like normal M1s would stun. Like you're just tickling someone when you punch somebody. Some people told me that it's a big problem with the ping, which would make sense since this game is heavily ping dependent, like a little too much. Not to mention the amount of times where you'll M1 someone and they all of a sudden will get teleported away from you. I know this is a problem in a lot of games, but this one just has it the worst. I don't know. It happens way more often than the other games, so most of the time fighting feels slippery, like you're both covered in oil, and not the good kind of covered in oil. No, I'm talking about the dashing is like horrible. I'm not gonna lie, it is so shit. It feels like there's absolutely no rollback from hitting someone with a forward dash. Like, you know, the thing that prevents you from getting fucked by dashes. Most of the time it's a combo extend forward dash, so get ready to just take fucking damage every time someone forward dashes, I guess. You have some other stuff like parkour mechanics, zip lines, and stuff like that, but that's really it. It's your usual TSB inspired Battlegrounds combat system that obviously isn't as enjoyable or polished as TSB or even Heroes. Like, I know I sound like a glazer for this, but like, how couldn't I be? This is the only game that's actually fun because fights don't take 5 minutes to finish and multiple other factors that make it good. But all of this does not compare to the god-awful destruction mechanics affecting gameplay. Now, I'll get into more detail on why this entire mechanic is just not good, but holy shit, it gets in the way a little too much during gameplay. Like, look at this clip, man. What is this, bro? No, I do not like getting spring locked in the fucking wall. This is genuinely worse than JJS, honestly. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but bro, it's true. At least when I'm fighting someone above the subway in JJS, we don't instantly go into the fucking subway like Realm. Like, I genuinely believe that this map is based off Detroit because holy shit, these potholes are ridiculous. They just get in the way too much. The entire combat system for this game is just mid. Like, it's more of the same Battlegrounds formula we've seen multiple times. It does not stand out at all, and it gets really boring after a while, honestly. But you know, Battleground games aren't the most unique for their base combat. It's all about the characters, you know, how unique they are and stuff like that. So maybe Rampage's characters are extremely unique.
They're all just the same with different costumes.
The characters in Rampage is like actually one of the worst things about this game. A common problem most Battleground games run into is the Garo design. You know, 3M1s down slam move, 3M1s move. A lot of games do this, but usually they switch it up in the future, right? Martial Legend into June is completely different and stuff like that. While in this game, the developers saw this overdone Garo design and thought it was absolute cinema. Every single character plays the exact same. They all have ragdoll extenders, they all require you to dash to extend, they all play the exact same. Even the newer characters and reworks play the exact same, honestly. There's no unique stuff like going up in the air to do more damage, inflicting debuffs on characters, literally nothing new at all. It's the same boring ass combo route we've seen time and time again. Also, forgot to mention, a lot of these extenders are heavily ping dependent, so there's like no way to even combo if you have like more than 120 ping. It's like actual bullshit. And they also get get ruined by the destruction yet again. It's almost like the destruction in Battleground games is actually shit. Bro, no way. The characters have R skills, but they really are just a 5th move. Like, there's no using it to change your move or change up combos. No, it's just an extra move for damage or a fucking counter that works exactly like Frost counter from Heroes. This is genuinely one of the worst things I've ever seen. Why would you give a combo extender counter to a character that can easily do high damage combos? That makes 0 sense, man. What the fuck? The base movesets are just boring. Like, a key thing in Battleground games is how fun it is to pull off combos, but in this game, I'm just doing the exact same thing. There's 0 variety when doing combos because they all have the exact same design. The ultimates in this game are painfully mid, I'm not even gonna lie. Some are just complete shit that is super easy to fight against, and some are just busted to the point where it's not even possible to counter. There's also a lot of ultimate moves that are pretty lackluster. Like, how the fuck is this an ultimate move, bro? What is this? The only character with a cool ultimate is Madara because of the big blue thing you turn into in the meteor, but that's really it. Like, there's no unique qualities to the ultimates or really anything new. It's something that's very prevalent in this game specifically. There is a clashing system for big moves like meteor domains, which is a little nice feature. Too bad it's super rare to domain clash in public because, like, why would you risk getting thrown into a super move when you can play passive and use it on someone ragdolled? Alright, so I mean, base move sets, it could be better. Like, the entire character design could be better, but the character selection in this game is like genuinely the worst thing about it. Now, for a universal Battlegrounds game, universal, you would think that there will be so many underrated characters, maybe characters that have never been done before, something that would actually make this game stand out. But no, we get the most bland character selection I've ever seen for a universal game. Like, this was the chance to really see some characters that have never been done before, but I guess not, you know? What really grinds my gear about this character selection is that they pick characters already done before in other games, and sometimes they're actually inferior to their original counterpart like Katakuri. Like, how does Unlimited Battlegrounds make a better Katakuri? Like, what? But the thing that I would say destroyed this game for me is the fact that there's 2 JJK characters. What the fuck? Now, I know Geto was a result from a poll, but why even put him there as an option? We already have Sukuna. We do not need another JJK character. This is not a JJK Battlegrounds game. We already got 4 games for that. Put a fucking new character in or something. I don't know. Overall, the characters are just like, their design is super outdated and they don't stand out at all. Like, the fucking fact that a game like Souls Battlegrounds actually has better character design than this game, because at least in that game, it isn't just a down slam paradise. The quality for the game is pretty good. Like, the animation and effects do look nice. I do like the fact that this game introduced weapon skins. Too bad you have to invest a pretty long time to get them, especially since the gameplay is super bland and I'm only able to handle like 5 minutes of it before I get bored, so yeah. But the biggest highlight of this game is that they have destruction physics similar to JJS. Wow, I love that game! It's honestly a very, very overrated feature. Sure, it's funny seeing someone get thrown around a city, but having debris fall on you during fights for the 50th time is just, I don't know, man, it's not fun. I don't know, I don't like getting my shit ruined because, you know, physics. The only game that does destruction physics right is Legends Battlegrounds, but that's because it's just 2 small buildings that are out of the way of the main base plate. But Smoothie, you don't have to deal with destruction physics. Just play ranked, bro. The map isn't destructible. Too bad the fucking ranked map is terrible and it allows for the most bullshit plays in existence. Like, look how narrow this shit is, bro. What is this? The destruction physics just ruin this game most of the time. Like, it's basically on the same boat as JJS because of how horrid they are. It gets in the way of combat way too much, and it's honestly not enjoyable to look at after 10 minutes. So that was Rampage. Yeah, it's not good at all. It's not. It's a game that doesn't do anything unique. We've seen almost everything this game has in other better games. Even as someone who thinks JJS is terrible, at least that game has some unique stuff that's pretty fun. It just got worse and worse. Like, I expected it to get better when it came out since it was pretty enjoyable, but now it's just boring, and I really think everybody thinks this way now. The only thing that was saving it was the fact that it got updated every week, but now with the change in the update schedule, it's just not gonna grow that much, and honestly, it's probably just gonna be another Battlegrounds game. Well, thanks for watching. I was about to say that I pissed off Realm Rampage fans, but like, bro, there's no Realm Rampage fans. There's literally none, so I didn't piss off anybody with this video, so yeah.